Ladies and gentlemen, do you have a CFMOTO and are you wanting to know how to get the most power or potential of power out of your CFMOTO? In this video, we're going to talk about clutch kits, what a clutch kit can do for you, what clutch kit you could possibly need, and where to get your clutch kit. Let's get right into it. So what can a clutch kit do for you and your machine? How does it actually help your machine? And this is what it does. It actually helps apply the power to the ground much more efficiently, especially when you are in extreme riding conditions, or if you're changing the weight of tire, if you're going from a stock tire. With a CFMOTO, you have a CVTech clutch, and they are really easy to change and modify to get some drastically different results in the way that the power is applied to the ground, to the wheel. You can change your primary spring, you can change your weights. We also have different helixes that you can change, which change the ramp rate at which it expands as the RPMs are changing. The CVT, the way that it operates, is really cool, especially when you study into the technology of what's actually happening from the engine into the CVT as it applies to the transmission and out to your differentials to apply the power or the torque needed to be able to turn your tires. With that being said, who needs a clutch kit and what clutch kit would you need? For those of you that are just, you have your machine and whether it's an ATV or side-by-side, and you just want a little more pull, you want a little more low-end grunt, you want a smoother engagement, you are a mud rider, you are somebody that has put bigger tires on your machine than what it came with from the factory. See, these clutches, the stock clutches in your machine, are set up and optimized for the tires and the wheels that come on the machine from the factory. And when you change your tire size, when you change the weight of the tire, you're going against what they designed the machine to be able to do and handle. So to offset that, you can get a Team MSC clutch kit and drastically improve the power loss, especially like the biggest way that you can really see this, and the example I want to run with, is if you put a taller tire and heavier tire. If you do that, you're going to notice a decrease in your torque applied to the ground with a stock clutch. You're going to, versus with your stock tire and wheel setup. It's going to feel a little sluggish. It's going to take away some of that pull off the line. If you punch the throttle, it could even affect your top end and all sorts of different things. But with a clutch kit in the right setup, you can actually restore that power and then some. You can gain more torque, you can gain some mid-range, and also with the right setup, you can actually have more pull all the way through the top end. So it all depends on what kind of riding conditions you're in and what you do the most and what tires you are running. Right here at Main Street Cycle, we have simplified that for you, and we have different stages, and there's a key ingredient to why we have different stages for you. It's pretty much a industry standard to offer different stages of performance for those of you that are maybe don't need a full out stage 3 clutch kit. You can go with a stage 1 and you can expect certain results with that. But those of you that want to go all in and get the best of the best, we have a stage 3, and also of course the middle ground there is your stage 2. By the way, here at Main Street Cycle, Team MSC, we are constantly developing. That's why you probably see some things on this table that have not been in a video before, and that is because we're always developing, working with Vati Verico to bring you new and better things as we do more testing, as we go out there and see where we can pick up more power, more torque, better engagement, better performance while you're out there in the real world conditions, as well as using our dyno. We're just always experimenting, doing that R&D for you to always bring you the best performance possible. For those of you that are new to the channel or a new CFMOTO customer, I've already done several videos on testing different clutch kits for different scenarios, whether it's an ATV, if it's mud riding, if we're trail riding, if we're in Tennessee or Alabama, northwest Alabama, and we're hill climbing, rock crawling, whatever the case may be. We've got videos out there on this channel, and typically it may not say anything about a clutch kit in the title, but a lot of my riding videos I'm going to discuss with you while the riding video is going on, what I'm running, what conditions we're in, as well as those that are with me in the video. That's why it's always good to pay attention and listen to the whole video to see maybe something that you're watching. The riding video is the type of terrain that you ride, and you can hear what I suggest and what I'm running that works the best for you, as well as different situations where we've realized, hey, this was not a good tire choice, this was not a good option, we need to make a change. You'll also see those in these videos as well. But as we press forward into this video, we want to focus on helping you make a decision for your machine. So there are different stages here with Team MSC, and before we dive into that, I want to talk about Vati-Verico. Now, our products are Vati-Verico products. You can only get these products, such as this, where these springs are made, Vati-Verico. They're made in Finland, as well as our helixes. We have several different options for you depending on what stage you get, what machine you have. So there's not just a one size fits all. We have a different weight and primary spring and helix for your particular model. A CFORCE 600 does not get the same clutch kit and spring setup as a ZFORCE 950 or a CFORCE 1000 or a UFORCE 600. Everything is different, and it may be one machine might share the same spring but has a different weight setup. They may share the same secondary spring but they run a different helix. It all depends on what you are wanting and what kind of results you want, and we've done that homework for you through our R&D and through Vati-Verico. But also with Vati-Verico, awesome partnership, and we appreciate that because, listen, there's not a CFMOTO race team, a actual competing racer in the professional realm that is not running one of these clutch kits. The CFMOTO Thunder Racing Team, they're running Vati-Verico springs, which is what's in the Team MSC clutch kits. You have the CFMOTO Puerto Rico Racing Team running our products. You have Cold River Racing Team, Michael Butters, who is racing a 950, running our clutch kit. You have Ronnie Renner and also Lucas Olson, Joel Crane, all running the Team MSC products, such as the short course race and the Freedom Factory. They were all running these springs here and weights and helixes. Throughout all of my riding videos, if you'll watch as I'm going hill climbing, we've won mud races after mud race event running these clutch kits. And I'm gonna hush now, but I just wanted to let you know there's no serious competitor out there who is not trusting Vati-Verico components and in America running the Team MSC clutch kit packages. And with all the high performance racing teams, they're running what would be equivalent to the Team MSC Stage 3 clutch kit. Now, I personally, right now in my machines, am running a Team MSC Stage 3 trail clutch kit, and they are actually both different setups because I have a UFORCE 1000 XL as well as a ZFORCE 950 HOEX. So again, there's not a one size fits all. There's a different setup combination for each particular machine. So don't buy into the lie of how you can buy one spring, one weight setup, and you're good to go. That's not the case. And that's not the case here at Team MSC and with Vati-Verico. We have put in, between the two, we have put in thousands and thousands of miles and hundreds upon hundreds of hours of testing through the last several years, and as well as CFMOTO racing engineers who trust these kits. So if you want the best, if you've got to have the best, it's gotta be Team MSC. Now, I just wanna tell you about the stages real quick. So stage 1 clutch kit, it's designed here to every stage that we have right now available at the time of filming this is built for enhancing the performance of your machine. So you're going to get a perfect balance of smooth engagement and some low end torque and mid-range pull with a stage 1 clutch kit. I'm going to get to smooth engagement and just a smooth ride here at the end. But a stage 2 clutch kit is for you guys who have went to a bigger or taller tire from your stock tire size, and you are lost some torque, you've lost some power, and you need to compensate, or you could almost think of it as lower gearing your machine, or just re-gearing it for that tire size and that weight. And you are going to want a stage 2 clutch kit, and that is going to be a new secondary spring as well as a certain primary spring and primary weight setup, depending upon what your particular model is. And then if you want the best of the best, you're going to want a stage 3 clutch kit. This is for the guys that want smooth engagement as well as the best power applied to the ground. This is going to get the most potential out of your machine to give you that low end grunt, to get those tires turning. This is for you recreational guys who just love ripping the trails. And remember, we have a mud kit and a trail kit. So for those of you that are just mud riders, you love getting in the mud holes at the parks or on your property, or you like to mud race or bounty hole guy, you're going to want a MSC stage 3 mud clutch kit. And with that, it's designed specifically, we have a couple of different helixes for that, with a certain degree of angle on these helixes. And what it's going to do, depending upon which machine you have, is going to depend on which of these helixes you get for your mud kit. But it is optimized to keep the RPMs at the most optimum position or RPM range, so that your tires, when they get down that mud hole, if you've done it with a stock clutch and you've gotten a mud hole and you got in a bind, you can hear it just bogging down. But with our clutch kit, it's going to keep them RPMs up. It's going to keep it where your tires are going to be able to churn that mud and get out of that mud hole. And especially if you're mud racing like I'm going to be doing this weekend, I need those RPMs to stay up as I'm skimming across the mud holes. And if I drop into a deep one, I don't want it to bog down. I want it to stay up and turn those tires and get me out so that I can win. Also, for those of you that are just hardcore recreational trail riders, you want to have the best out of your machine, we have the MSC Stage 3 Trail Clutch Kit. And with that, we're going to have, depending upon if you have a CFORCE or a UFORCE or ZFORCE, we have a few different helixes for you, and it all depends on which particular model you have, as well as a certain primary spring and weight setup for you. And this helix, whereas the mud setups are going to keep you in a certain RPM range as you're putting the pedal to the metal, or your thumb, you're pushing that throttle as far as it can go. With the trail clutch kit, it's going to optimize and spread that power across the entire RPM range. So if you're just cruising, you know, most of you that are at a park or anything, normally your average speed is anywhere from 8 to 15 miles an hour. But every now and then you see that trail where it's about to get rough and you spread out and you're hill climbing or going through a rutty section or whatever the case may be. You open it up and you punch it and you go full throttle, and this clutch kit is going to just drive you through and pull, and you're never going to feel that dip in the mid-range like you will feel with a stock clutch kit, especially with bigger tires and wheels. Your Stage 3 clutch kit, again, is going to give you, the Stage 3 trail clutch kit, it's going to give you smoother engagement right off the bat, as well as a lot more low-end torque, and then really strong mid-range, and that trail helix is going to help pull that power all the way through until you top out at the end. And that is what we have optimized that clutch kit to do for you. Now, like I said, we're always developing new products with Vati-Varico. We're testing things, we're suggesting things, always trying to help you and listen to you. And several of you are wanting just something smoother, right? You're not really worried about having the most aggressive machine out there. You just want a nice, smooth ride because you're just a cruiser. We're working right now, and we have been working on it for a while. We don't want to just throw it on the market, right? We could just change a couple of springs and weights and say, hey, this is what's going to work. No, we don't do that here. We actually test the machines, test the setups, and we're going to verify before we put it on the market. But at the time of me filming, this is not ready yet, but maybe you're watching this at a later date. You can go to mainstreetcycle.com and find what I'm talking about. But what we're working on right now is what we're really calling or considering marketing it as a road kit, but it's a smooth kit is what it is. It don't mean you just have to stay on the pavement. But in order to, you have to understand how a CVT works. In order to get just buttery smooth, I guess, acceleration or as you're just taking off, you're gonna have to take away from performance, okay? To get, and I'm talking, hear me out, don't twist my words here. To get a super smooth engagement and it just stays smooth throughout the whole thing, we're gonna have to take away what? In order to be smooth, you have to take away aggressiveness, all right? So with that being said, you're gonna take away some torque applied, you're gonna take away some power in the mid-range, and we can definitely achieve that, but you're going to get really close to a slipping of your belt condition, which is going to generate heat and cause you some problems such as glazing your belt on your CVT or overheating your clutches and melting a few of the different clutch components in your primary or your secondary, and you just do not want that. So this is going to be a kit for you guys that stay on hard pack trails, that you're running stock tires, or if you are running a little bit bigger tire, it's definitely not a mud tire for sure, and you are not going to expect to have just that low end grunt. You just want smooth, and we're going to provide that for you. But just remember, in order to achieve that, we have to take away that aggressive pull and that good power that you would feel with what we have currently available for you with a stage 1, 2, or 3. Now again, remember our kits, stage 1, 2, or 3, depending on what your machine is, are designed to be smoother than stock, as well as optimizing to be as powerful as possible. It's just the best all-around balanced clutch kit to give you that smooth, enhanced power across the entire range, especially with our stage 3 trail clutch kit. It's one of my favorite, especially for the balanced style riding that I do. But with mud racing and all that, like I said, stage 3 mud clutch kit is what you want. But we're going to give you smooth, the best power, low end, mid range, and top end. And it's going to be right here with a Team MSC clutch kit. There are some other clutch kit options out there on the market. As CFMOTO has grown over the years, there's more companies that are getting into the clutch kit realm. But we have been doing this and testing and developing, and those of you that's been following us for years know that we have been changing and upgrading constantly because we're going to put out the best performance parts, period. If we didn't have the best clutch kit, if we didn't have the best right here, well, first of all, I wouldn't be filming this video, and secondly, we would be making some changes. We're not going to sit here and be second to anybody. We're going to continue to be number 1, and we're the number 1 CFMOTO dealership, not only in America, but in the world, right here at Main Street Cycle. And as Team MSC performance parts, they're going to be the best, or we're not going to sell it. So if we can't beat the best, we would probably be contacting these other companies that are out there, and we would just sell their products. But we're the best, we have the best, and we're going to continue to be the best because we want to make sure that you are able to run the best in your CFMOTO. So With that being said, we're constantly working and testing to develop new stuff. As I said in the beginning, you see some things here that you probably haven't seen before in a video. That's because we're constantly testing new products to make sure that we're giving you the best possible on the market. So great and exciting things coming in the future right here at Main Street Cycle with Team MSC products. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you go to mainstreetcycle.com for all of your CFMOTO needs. I have a few things around me. We have Team MSC air filters. We have different belt options for you. We have a couple of new products. I'm going to be showing these in a video very soon. We have all of your like your clutch compression tools to be able to change your clutch kit out, to be able to do maintenance on your clutches. We have service kits, oil change kits, every accessory that you could possibly want, whether it's performance or storage or protection, you name it, we've got it right here at mainstreetcycle.com. Our crew here is constantly working every single day to add new products to the website. They work from can till can't and then some to make sure that you have everything that you need at one place, where you can place one order in one location and get your product shipped out to you quickly. And nobody's going to beat the Main Street Cycle customer service. You can call or text anytime, and if you have an issue with anything, you don't have to run to Facebook, any other social media program to ask for help. You can just come straight to the source, ask us, we'll take care of you every single time. So with that being said, make sure you check out mainstreetcycle.com for all of your CFMOTO needs. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, comment down in the comment section. God bless you. As always, remember to keep it real. We'll see you in the next one.